minor drag. Now the clock on the wall says 11:30. Give a minute or two. When the little and the big hand meet at 12, I want to see the last of you. I know I said I loved you, but tonight, my honey dear, 3 other words are on my mind. You're out of here. Take your books and your bike and your bark lounger. Leave the table and chairs. Keep your big mouth shut or I'll tell you what, you're gonna feel your butt bounce down the stairs. No time for explanations or one more German beer. Put down chips and read my lips. You're out of here. Go, damn you, go. None of your crying. No reminders of the tender kiss you won't be supplying. Book class asleep in the park or ring up that blonde cashier. Stay wherever you want to. You're out of here. Like some would-be Jimmy Cagney. My sweaters are too small, my 501s are far too baggy. It bugs me, I've got to set you free. Tick-tock, that's yours, that's mine. Keep an eye on the clock, leave this tape that way. That was mine, oh well it's fine. Don't stop. Ooh, we look ready to me, so call a cab. That's that, close the door, don't step on the gas. Just borrow my car. The little things you do and say betray the guy you are. You called my doorman Pancho and my Uncle Bob a queer. I sure don't dig where you're coming from, and now you're out of here. I was alone in bed because you said you were hanging with the guys. Rolled over to hug your pillow, and much to my surprise, underneath that pillow was a polka dot brassiere. I never cared for polka dots. You're out of here. Tock, tick, that's yours, that's mine. Get a moving and slip, take this and that. Wait, that was mine, oh hell it's mine. Make it too late. Ooh, won't do it. Sit there like a bomb in a lock. Hit the roaster, clear up the dog. Sayonara, see you around. One day I'll catch you on the rebound. Take 20 if you wish, but don't yell your friend the fish. Hop to, you got 10 seconds to grab a clue. I know I swore that I loved you, but tonight I'm even more sincere when I say so long, you're out of here. Those dancers, by the way, were rotoscoped dancers from the Savoy Ballroom.
You started playing very young?
I started playing the piano. I can recollect it. I first played the piano at the age of 8. I could play, sing, and dance. I used to hear my mother play something as a hymn, and I used to take it and play it in ragtime, we called it then. Some folks called it gut bucket. Some folks call it in the alley. Some folks call it low down, as you feel it.
Where and when do you think jazz started?
Well, as far back as I can recollect, and I'm much older than you are, I'd say Haverstraw, New York, as far as I know, to the brickyards. And then again, Leonard, you can always go back to the churches.
The Leonard who was interviewing a young Willie the Lion Smith that day was my dad, Leonard Feather, jazz writer, and we wanted, Stephanie and I, to do a Willie the Lion Smith piece, and decided to do something that was pretty different from any of the others. It's called Spanish Rag. This is about a woman who is walking by a dance studio one day. The door is open, and she sees a teacher and the student. They seem like ordinary people, but when they begin to do the tango, they're transformed into magical, sensuous, amazing beings. And she realizes that her entire life up to this point has been meaningless because all she needs to do is spend every dime on tango lessons and just tango until the end of time. It's pretty much the story, but we're going to do it for you anyway, even though you already know everything. The tango lesson is called. second beat, my bag of apples fell to my feet. Shaken to the core was I. The scene I witnessed appeared mundane. The teacher elderly, his student plain. But when they tangled, my fevered brain started going I. I watched them slink across the floorboards, joined in mutual surrender. They grew more sinewy and slender with each passing bar. I was giddy as a schoolgirl from the rapture I was feeling. I turned away, my senses reeling, stumbled to my car. I was astounded, I was aghast at how I'd ever borne my boring past. Now that my purpose was clear at last, tango was my only goal. I'd cash my paycheck, blow off my bills, spend every cent on terpsichorean thrills, red dress of lycra with satin thrills, music that would sate my soul. Oh, Senor Castillo, your hair is so silver, your eyes are so black, your hand feels so right in the small of my back. Have you been teaching long? Goodness, your grip is strong. Don't let this lesson end. I am as graceful as a wave. I feel magnificent and brave. It's the music or him that I adore, or we're one and the same. This is my destiny, where I was born to be. We are a perfect flame. Well, this is going to be our last song, and we want to thank you so very much for coming to see us on the East Coast for the first time. We want to thank Bernie and Elise and Ted and everyone who's been so great at the Metropolitan Room, and as it turned out to be our road manager for this trip, the person who has helped us a great deal along the way, Barry Glover, the grandson of James P. Johnson, who is here tonight. We're going to finish off with one of his grandpa's most wonderful compositions, Caprice Rag. I used to have this as a treadmill song because it's just so exhilarating for the longest time, and I wanted to write words to it, but I thought, no, I don't see how I can because it's kind of unsingable. But I like to talk. I mean, obviously I like to talk, but I sometimes like to talk over music, and I thought, you know what, maybe I'll do a little deal about what stride music is, and I'll talk in the beginning of the song, and then I'll do some counter melodies, and it all kind of worked out. I remember the only thing, when Stephanie and I first got together, I told her I wanted to do this song, and I only had, just like with Lizzie the Living Lizard Girl, I had only one idea for the middle of the song. I said something like, the record company shied away from early jazz. They called it race music. And Stephanie just laughed and laughed. So I proceeded onward from there. And this is Caprice Rag, Pour in the Heat, we call it. And thank you so much for coming to see us. Writing a song about stride piano isn't all that easy to do. You gotta dive in. Where to begin? Mere idea might frighten you. Writing lyrics to stride music, you're in trouble right away. It's fast and busy, it'll make you dizzy, spitting out what you need to say. But I'm smitten with stride piano. I believe I'll give it a go. Start with something informational, educational, like so. The term stride piano came from the way in which the pianist's left hand would stride up and down the keyboard. It was hot, took some chops, whole new sound. Granny, get your chin off the ground, let's all jive. The record company shied away from early jazz. They called it race music. Soon they caved, madly raved. With the rest, they did best. In a few young lions, make the whole world wise about the key guys who are pouring on the heat. Nowadays, you got a few girls who are pouring on the heat. That's right. Well, not that many. Stephanie, how many would you say? Stephanie, she's busy. I'll ask her later. The Viper's Drag, Tiger Rag, Sister Kate. Tunes that got you going out of the gate, no debate. There was living lightning in the dazzling runs of all the young guns who were pouring on the heat. Writing a song about stride piano isn't really a breeze to do, slow going, but you know what? Soon I had a thought or two. Maybe talk about how you do it. Starting out with the lower C, up an octave C, E, G, then G to the right of the initial C, 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 E, G, big, young, low G, then C, for me, repeat, baby, home free. Soon you'll try picking up some speed. The neighbors may pound until their knuckles bleed. Then holler, please. Stop that infernal racket as you miss the notes time after time. Hey, I'm learning, man. Is that such a crime? Now come on, fingers, do your stuff. Get it moving. Although it's punishingly tough, you're proving slowly, slowly. Then late one night you'll get it right. It comes together. Suddenly you're all dun 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 piano bar. Start off with all the things you are. Then a little ditty by James P. Show 'em you can pour on the heat. You're steaming, every bar fly screaming. You're a virtuoso, and here the whole darn world will know. So that's my song about stride piano. Part 1, the basics. Part 2, the crucible. Part 3, the victory. Might put a few words on the offbeats just to show I can, and then I'll bring it every time I sing it. Bring it home for repeat, repeat. Show 'em you can pour on the heat.
Young Noveau stride, Gordon Feather, second trip.
Oh, we were hoping that you would ask for an encore because we have a we have a really cute tune that we did want to do. This is John Novacek's other rag, and this one is fast. I heard Stephanie play it on an album of hers. It's entitled Intoxication. I love that title, and I thought I would write it in that vein about somebody who's intoxicated by love, and I entitled it The Ride. Nice morning for an interesting trip. Did I think to say thanks for the ride? Great fun with every rise, every dip. I flew off in a flash and the thrill of it'll never be denied. Not certain what I thought, what I felt. Only word to describe it is we. You spoke, I saw the scenery melt. I was heaven bound instantly at the very thought of you and me. Since I met you, my left hand doesn't know what my right hand is doing. I'm in a wild space, it's frequently elated, Twitter-pated. Now I get those great American songbook lyrics about being in a spin, babies on swings, hearts having wings, or standing stony still as love does what it will. Bright morning, then you smile like you do. As the phrase goes, I like to have died. Hope can climb, then go splat, but hey, I'm down with that, cause with all said and done, I'm excited to be going on the ride. One I love you puts one out there, it's true. there's a chance that you won't get that return. I love you true, so I'm mute as a clam. Happy where I am in the clouds, way up high in my private sky. Some will call me madder than Ophelia. Ha ha ha, rambling insanely. I can see it plainly. People sell their souls for inspiration, see. But lucky me, it seems I get it for free. When you walk in the room, I hear this boom, 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 boom. Is on your sweetness I fly, on your bewitching air I glide, and baby, all I can say is thanks for the